Hey everyone, how you doing? Welcome to Yoga with Dave. It's lovely that you've joined me this afternoon, and hopefully we'll have this nice little journey together today. I've not 100% decided what I want to do, and this is the problem with this medium, isn't it? That we can't interact that way. But I do have the comments on, so if you want to put anything in the comments at the side to say, I want to look at this, or can we do some balancing, or can we just make it like really relaxed? And yeah, I was just looking, I've got something on my face. I don't think I do. Yeah, can make it really relaxed, or I want to do some sun salutations. Feel free. You've got the comments bar. Use it. It kind of inspires me to kind of teach what you want at any given time. So that's always an option for you. Otherwise, what I thought we'd do is we'll start today with some meditation, keeping it quite relaxed and mild and chilled out and a little bit introspective, a little bit, we go in a little bit deeper. And that's a really nice thing that we can do. There's always a little bit of preamble at the start from me, isn't there? I like to kind of introduce some ideas about yoga and what yoga's all about. So these are three things that I've been thinking about this week. People sometimes get a little bit overawed about, where do I start my yoga practice? Where is it that what is basically the starting point? Where is it that I want to go? What I'd ultimately say is be really gentle and, be curious and have that kind of mind of all right, it's a beginner's mind. I just want to drop into a practice that feels good for me. So we let go of any, expectations of what the practice should look like, what it should feel like. We're just exploring and we're being really curious about it. If we think about wellness in general, yoga can be a really big part of your overall wellness plan, whatever you want to call it, so yoga can be a real beautiful anchor. So this is what I like to think about, these three things. Connect with the body. So connect with your physical body. It can bring so many benefits. Breathe consciously. That's the second thing. So just be aware of your breath. So that's yoga in essence, isn't it? That's it, that we pay attention. We pay attention to our physical body. We pay attention to our breath. And then the third thing is spend time with people that uplift you. Spend time with people that uplift you, and you might not be able to do that all the time. And this is a medium where we're using screens, and that's probably a little bit more prevalent in people's lives now. But whenever you get an opportunity, connect with people, and connect with people that make you feel good about yourself, not the other way. We don't want those toxic relationships that we all have. We all kind of navigate our way through. Try and lean into the other side of the people that are kind of going to raise your energy up, make you feel amazing about yourself, because ultimately you are amazing, and it's a miracle that you're here, and well done for making it this far onto your mat. So hi to Irene, hi to Donna. Let's start with a mudra. So I'm going to move the camera just a little bit so you can see my hands. So a mudra is just a hand position. Okay. So I have this really nice deck of cards. It's called Your Guide to Mudras. It says for modern living. I'm not really sure what that means. I guess living today. And the mudra we're going to use, I like to pick quite simple ones, because the worst thing is that we pick a hard mudra and then your fingers are all wrapped up and you've got no idea what I'm doing. So this one's called Udana Mudra, U-D-A-N-A, Udana Mudra, or upward flying energy gesture, upward flying energy gesture. This is how we do it. Both hands. So bring your thumbs out, and then your first finger and your thumb will come together. So it's just like this, not on the nail, just on the side of your thumb with the first finger. And then your middle finger, bring your middle fingers onto the nail bed of your first finger. So that's the mudra. Hopefully you can see this all right. So you're like this. Yeah. And then the other two fingers, they're just curling over. You don't have to do anything with them. So we'll do it again. Thumbs are out. First finger on the side of the thumb, middle finger on the nail bed of the first finger. Turn the palms up. Little finger and ring finger are just palms up. Nice. Bring your hands onto your knees. Sit nice and tall. Bring some length into your spine. Relax your shoulder blades down your back. So we're not kind of sat like this, and we're not kind of off to one side. Bring that awareness to your spine. And then just draw your attention inwards. Just feel this energy seal. And maybe the focus is just on your mudra, this little hand position. And then as you consciously begin to connect with your breath, I'll just read a little bit about this Udana Mudra. Udana energy, it gives you the strength and the enthusiasm to express your own unique sound. This mudra makes an excellent practice for writers and artists and actors and singers. The air, which is the index finger, and the ether, which is the middle finger, elements activate the throat chakra. So if you're feeling something at the throat, don't be surprised. So the key benefits develops your sense of joy and ability to laugh more freely. So important. It brings a feeling of lightness to the body and helps you to overcome artistic blockages such as writer's block. So this is an ether mudra to enhance inner peace, self-expression, and creativity. And as we sit quietly with our hands in this mudra, we visualize inspiration flowing freely. So we'll stay here for a whole extra minute. And then just take 3 more complete rounds of breath in your own time. And then when you're ready, you can release your mudra. So you can just give your fingers just a little wriggle out. Nice. Beautiful. And I'm going to go and move back onto my mat. If you're there already, probably just bring your feet out in front of you and lean back into your hands, and then just drop your knees down to either side. So just start that nice and slowly. Let's have a look. Let me just move my camera just a little bit, just so there's plenty of movement in the screen. So yeah, just move the hips from side to side. Notice what you're feeling. The idea of notice what you're noticing. Nice, everyone. Beautiful work. And then come back to center, and then bring your right shin in front. Sit nice and tall here. Bring your hands onto your knees, and then just begin to circle your torso around your hips. So just start in one direction. It doesn't matter which way you go. Inhale forward. Exhale round. Inhale forward. And exhale round. And just get to a nice steady, fluid rhythm. And make it your own. You know, if you feel tightness in the spine, you might be here. You know, the spine is a little bit elongated. There's no much, there's no much. There's not a lot of weight in the hands. They're just kind of rested on the knees. And you just might be slowly just working into the spine, just seeing how that feels. Everything's feeling nice and open, and you're looking for a little bit more energy. Inhale forward, exhale round. Inhale forward, and exhale round. Nice. When you're ready, Depending on where you were, just make the circles a little bit smaller. And then come all the way back so the spine is nice and long. Take a deep inhale here. And then a full release and exhale through the mouth. Do one more like that. Deep inhale. Full release and exhale. Come back the other way. So just begin to circle the hips, or circle the torso around the hips in the opposite direction. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Nice. Feel free to close your eyes or keep your gaze nice and soft. Beautiful. Inhale, come all the way back to center. And then as you exhale, bring your fingertips down just by your hips. Lengthen your arms. Feel your fingertips just pressing down into your mat. And then very, very gently inhale your head to the left. Exhale your head to the right. Inhale left. Exhale right. Nice steady rhythm. Inhale left. Exhale right. Keep moving like that. Gentle neck turns. Keeping the shoulders away from the ears, relaxing the shoulder blades down your back. Jaw is nice and loose. Eyes are closed or the gaze is soft. And just notice what this does to your physicality. A couple more times either side. And then when you're ready, inhale, come all the way back to center. And then as you exhale, just soften your palms down into your mat. And then same thing we did right at the start of the seated sequence. Bring your feet out and then just drop your knees over to the right hand side. And then just keep the knees down here. You might be here. You might want to place like a blanket under the bottom knee. Or if you've got a bolster or a prop, if you use a brick bolster or anything like that, feel free to use anything that aids your practice. Inhale back to center, maybe adjust the feet a little bit, adjust the arms, and then just come down to the other side. Just be really curious about where you're feeling this. I feel it quite heavily in my right hip. Bring that curiosity into your practice. Nice. And then come all the way back to center. And then from here, nice and simple, we'll just lie down on our backs. So maybe just give the legs a little massage before you come down, maybe the feet, maybe the calves, maybe the shins. And then lying down on your back. Nice. Just spend 1 minute here just to let the body settle. So just a quick, blissful mini Shavasana. Maybe scan your body. Notice how your body feels. As I say, this is a more relaxing style of yoga. It's about going in and just really appreciating everything that you've got in your life. So that idea of seeing life from this point of abundance instead of lack. That doesn't mean that you have to be, insanely positive all the time. We kind of have joys and challenges of our lives, and we acknowledge all of those. But in this moment, right now, try and be fully present. And then just take 2 more complete rounds of breath. Maybe make them a little bit deeper. If you feel like you want to sigh out through the mouth, you can do that. And then from here, take an inhale, sweep your arms up right into the sky. As you exhale, drop your arms down over your head. And then just stretch it out here. So stretch out through your fingertips, stretch out through your legs. Take a couple of really long, releasing and nourishing inhales. And exhales, just breathe deeply. Just enjoy the sensation of your body just lying down on the floor. We're going to do like 2 or 3 longer holds, and they're going to be really, really restorative. So inhale, sweep your arms back up. As you exhale, bring your hands down. We'll do this first of all. Just hug your right knee in towards your chest or towards your belly. And then lengthen out for that right leg. And then hug your left knee in. Nice, beautiful. Bring both legs down. And then when both legs are long, bring your arms out nice and wide. Sweep your arms back over your head. So you create this kind of like star shape. Bend into your knees. Place the soles of the feet on the floor. Take a moment here just to stabilize your spine. So maybe you press into the 4 corners of your feet and just move the spine a little bit from side to side. Maybe re-lengthen the back of your head so you won't lift your head and then replace it down. And then ultimately bring the soles of your feet together and let your knees fall open. And we just spend a little bit of time here just to allow the body to open and become nice and fluid and free. And your knees are tracking down towards the earth. As we hold this reclined cobbler for a little bit longer, be aware of your breath. Notice how your breath feels within your body. Deep inhales, full, releasing exhales. We'll stay with the legs as they are. Sweep your arms back up, and then just make an adjustment with the hands. Bring your left hand on your heart, bring your right hand on your stomach. So maybe you feel your heart beating away. Maybe feel your belly rise. You feel your belly fall back towards the spine. Inhale it up. Exhale it down. 2 more rounds like that. Inhale up. Exhale. Final round. Deepest inhale. And fullest exhale. Then we're going to move super gentle. Remove the hands from your belly, from your heart. Place the hands on the outer legs. Bring your knees together. And then hug both knees in towards your belly. And then take this opportunity just to roll out on the spine, on your spine. You can keep the knees together, you can open the knees out. Find a little bit of massage down into your lower spine. Move all the way up. Nice. From here, release the legs. And then you're going to zip the legs up. So I just mean like bring the legs somewhat together. So the ankles and the heels touch, toes touch, legs are somewhat together. Sweep the arms back up, let them fall behind the head. So we're back in this really long shape. Hopefully you can follow what I'm doing here. And then from here, hold on to your right wrist with your left hand. So your left hand just crosses onto your right wrist. Lift up your right foot, cross it over your left ankle. So this is going to be called Banana Asana. banana pose. Take an inhale to find that through the legs, through the arms. Bring the feet to the bottom left, bring your arms to the top left of your mat, and then you feel that delicious stretch all the way down the right hand side of your body. So you create a half moon shape. Let your head just drop down towards your left armpit. And feel free to make any adjustments. Maybe you need to walk the feet in a little bit or create more of a half moon shape or banana shape. And then just feel back into the pose. So here we are, those ideas at the start of the class that I was talking about, just about being aware of the physical body, being conscious of your breath. We're practicing yoga. And then just take 2 more complete rounds of breath. And when you're ready, come all the way back to center. Nice. Bend into your knees, bring the soles of the feet on the floor. Bring your arms out nice and wide in line with your shoulders. And then when your feet are nice and wide, drop the knees together. So the knees touch and the feet are wide. Your arms are out in line with your shoulders. Relax your shoulder blades down into the back. And then just breathe nice and deep here. Just be aware of your breath. Deep inhales. Full release of exhales. One more complete round of breath. And then when you're ready, just slowly separate your knees. And then come into the other side. So first of all, lengthen your legs. Bring your arms back above your head. And then this time, with the right hand, hold up to your left wrist. Lift up through your left foot this time. Cross it over your right ankle. So it's left foot over the right. It's right hand holding on to the left wrist. Inhale, find some length. Exhale, feet bottom right, arms top right. Make any adjustments that feel good. And then just breathe super consciously here. Just drop into a shape or a version of each pose that really works for you. And then from here, just take 2 more complete rounds of breath. And then when you're ready, bring everything back to center. Unravel, super slow. Make any adjustments that feel good. And then eventually come with your knees hooked back in towards your chest. And just be really, really curious here. Remember, the yoga practice that you do, it can change from week to week, from day to day. It doesn't all have to be the same. And these more, practices where we go in and we begin to really pay attention and just appreciate what we've got at this moment in our lives. It can be so rewarding. It's kind of like you're filling your cup up. Bring your soles of the feet back down onto the floor, and then this time have them about hip width apart. Do this without looking. See if you can line your feet up with the long edges of your mat. And then we're just going to move in and out of bridge just a few times. Bring some movement into the spine. So press into your feet. Take an inhale. Lift up through your hips. Press into all 4 corners of your feet. And then as you exhale, just roll down through your spine. vertebra by vertebra. Try and do this slower than you normally would. You don't have to come up too far. Inhale up. And exhale down. Three more times. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. It's like slow motion, matching the movement with your breath. Inhaling. And exhaling. One more like that. Deep inhale. And a full exhale. Beautiful. Nice. Really nice work. Hug your knees back in. This is a fun time. We'll do this in this little sequence on our backs. And then we're going to move to an all fours position where we're going to keep it slow. We're going to keep it nice and mild and just going inwards, being kind to ourselves, appreciating everything that we've got. When you're ready, just roll over to your right hand side. Then use your right hand as a pillow. And then just place your left hand by your right hand, so you're in this fetal position. And then just take a few breaths, a few rounds. Feel your body at rest. Beautiful. Your left hand, press into it, spread out through your fingers, and then slowly just begin to come all the way up. Really beautiful work, everyone. Really nice. So in between these little transitions, before we come on to all fours, let's just go a little bit deeper into our breath, a little bit of pranayama. Especially when we're making the practice kind of like very slow and measured, and we're just kind of like feeling into the body. We want to make sure we've got an adequate amount of energy just to kind of sustain us. So we think about the journey of the body and the journey of the mind and the breath, and we can kind of go in this kind of motion where it's just up and it's down and it's up and it's down, and we're paying attention all the way through it. So I want to just do a few rounds of breath of fire. So it's probably not a breath that we're super familiar with in these classes. I'm going to move forward a little bit just so you can see me a bit clearer. That's better, isn't it? Nice. So we're just going to sit in easy pose, or feel free, and you can sit up against a wall or in a chair for this one. Breath of fire, it's an activating breath. It's in and out through the nose. But the way I like to explain it is like a dog that pants. So place your hand on your belly and then just pant through your mouth. So you get the rhythm. So you might have noticed there, the inhale you're not really thinking about. The exhale, you've kind of forcing that out. So breath of fire is the same thing, but you do it through the nostrils, do it through the nose. So I'll show you what it looks like. Again, you might just place your hand on your belly. You can go with me. So it's a forceful exhale. So you're forcing the air out. The inhale just comes in quite naturally. Your belly pumps in, your belly pumps out. So you activate the transverse abdominal wall. So it's quite low down in the belly, and this is an activating breath. So if you ever feel very low of energy, do this. It's amazing. You feel anxious, do this. So it can be calming, it can be activating. It's all sorts of stuff. It's whatever you need. Breath of fire. I know for me, when my energy is low, I'll turn to this breath of fire, and it can completely shift the way that I feel. So be curious about it. Make sure you're nice and comfortable. I like to do this. I like to place my hands at my heart center, and then I can really feel that my chest is lifted, and I can feel the belly just below the hands pumping in and out. So we'll just do a few rounds. Take a nice deep inhale, and then start your breath of fire in and out through the nose. Forceful exhale, passive inhale. Deep inhale, and then a full exhale through the mouth. Nice. Let's do 2 more rounds. Nice deep inhale to begin. Start your breath of fire, in and out through the nose. Deep inhale. And a full exhale. Nice. One more time. Deep inhale to begin. Start your breath of fire. Passive inhale, full, releasing exhale. Deep inhale, final time. See if you can just pause the breath here at the top. Hold your breath, squeeze your belly in, just very lightly. Breath is retained at the top, shoulders are relaxed, lengthen the spine, face is super relaxed, jaw is soft. When you're ready, you can exhale. You can release your hands, release your mudra. This is Anjali mudra with the hands together in prayer. And then bring your hands out. And then just bring your thumb and your forefinger together again. So another mudra. This is sometimes called chin mudra. Maybe close your eyes and just notice what you're noticing. For me, I feel a little bit of energy in my fingertips, a little hum of energy. Feels quite blissful. Feels quite mellow because the class is mellow and I'm just trying to match the breath. Even though it's energizing, it's kind of like a mellow energy in the body, like a curiosity. Beautiful, really nice. Give your fingers a little wriggle out, give your arms a little shake, maybe just bring a little bit of movement into your torso, maybe sweep your arms up, a little bit of movement either side, whatever feels good, maybe round the spine a little bit, maybe bring the arms up. Just move the body in a nice way that feels good for you. And then I'm going to go back onto my mat, and then I'd invite all you guys to join me on an all fours position. So set yourself up, all fours. Spread out through your fingers, stack your knees right underneath your hips, and then press your tops of the feet into your mat. So your spine is nice and neutral here. Take an inhale, drop your belly down, keep the arms nice and long, lift your head and your heart. Exhale, push into the hands, separate your shoulders. Inhale forward. Exhale, round your spine. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more rounds. Inhale. Exhale. Final time. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. From here, step 1 foot back. Press into your toes. Really press into the full length of your leg. Feel the activation all the way through your leg, from your hip all the way down to the sole of your foot. I feel this quite strongly in my calf. And then if you wanted to lift up this leg, you can feel free. You can bend into the knee, you can lift the knee, you might do some circles with the hip. It can be big, it can be small. Be curious. When you're ready, you can swap the leg out. So maybe just pressing into your toes, feeling that activation through the length of your leg, and then maybe bend into the knee, lengthen your leg out, move the hip from side to side. Beautiful, nice. Then, from this all fours position, step 1 foot back, then your other, and then take an inhale, just lengthen into your plank. You can either drop your knees here, or you can keep your elbows tucked in and lower all the way to the floor. So either lowering with your knees, or just coming down like I do with the knees lifted. Nice. Bring your hands all the way out in front, and bring your right hand on top of your left. So you can see I've winged my elbows out quite wide, so my elbow's on the edge of my mat, my right hand is on top of my left. Press the tops of the feet into your floor. So you might kind of like activate through the knees a little bit. The knees might be lifted, they might not, it doesn't matter. Bring your forehead down onto your right hand. So keep your left arm pressed down into the floor, and then as you inhale, lift up through the body, come into this variation of cobra, keep the right hand on your forehead. Exhale, come all the way back down. So there's your movement. It doesn't have to be very big, don't strain. Inhale up. Press into the left arm. That will help you lift your chest. Exhale, come all the way back down. Keep your feet engaged. Inhale up. Exhale down. 2 more like that. Inhale. Exhale. Here's your final one. Inhale up. And exhale down. Nice. And then from here, right hand on top of the left again. See if you can bring your right knee. You might not be able to see me very clearly, but I've just brought my right knee in line with my right hip. So it's kind of like a little commando crawl. And then I'm just turning my head to the right. So right knee, right hip in line, ankle in line with the knee. You just come into this half frog position. Breathe super deep. And then when you're ready, I invite you to come all the way back to center. Zip the legs up again. Press the tops of the feet to the floor. And then just swap your hands. So the right arm's going to be low. The left arm is going to be on top. Your left hand's on top of your right hand. Press the tops of the feet to the floor. Find that connection first of all with your forehead on your left hand. Press into the right forearm. Take an inhale. Press into the feet. And then just raise all the way up. And exhale, come all the way back down. So the left hand stays connected to the forehead. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. One more like that. Inhale up. And exhale, come all the way back down. Nice. And then to the other side. Left knee in line with the left hip. Knees in line with the ankle. Look to the left. Breathe deeply here. This is half frog again. Notice any difference on side to side. Beautiful. And then come all the way back to center. Then press into both forearms. Walk the elbows back underneath your shoulders. Press the tops of the feet to the floor. Really engage into the forearms. Take an inhale, just raise your chest and come into Sphinx pose. Remember with Sphinx, if it feels too much in the spine, you can always walk the elbows forward so you can be here. You can always bring the hands down so you can be here. Find an appropriate depth of each of the pose that works for you. Just a few breaths. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Breathe deeply into your lower back, in between the shoulders. Maybe feel a little passive stretch across the belly, across the chest. Then as you exhale, come all the way back down. And then bring your left hand out so it's in line with your shoulder. And then bring your right hand right into the top corner of your mat. And then what you're going to do is you're going to roll over onto your left hand side. So press into your right hand, roll over onto your left hand side. Keep this quite passive. The left arm is out. You're going to stretch into this left shoulder. Keep the right hand in the top corner of your right hand side of your mat. This feels too much in your shoulder, just walk the fingertips down. If you need more of an activation, you can walk the hand more in line with the shoulder. It doesn't want to be too strong, but it can feel quite intense. So breathe deeply. Legs are just stacked on top of each other. We don't have to go any further today. It's a nice relaxing class. When you're ready, roll all the way back to center, and then just swap it out. Be gentle. So right arm in line with the right shoulder, left hand into the top corner of your left hand side of your mat. Roll over onto your right hip, and keep your left hand stacked. Make sure your head feels okay. And then remember, from side to side, it can feel different in the body. So we're concentrating on the lower back, and then we come into the shoulders. And then when you're ready, come all the way back to center. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders, press into your hands, come back to all fours. And before we come into Shavasana, bring your knees nice and wide, bring your sit bones onto your heels, walk your hands forward, and just come into a child's pose. And then just breathe super deep here. You can make it a little bit active, you can kind of bring some final movements into the body. Maybe just moving the hips from side to side, claw into the fingers. You can lift the head if you want to look forward to the top of your mat. Just stretch your spine out. Then walk your hands back towards your knees. press into your hands, roll all the way up. Really beautiful work, everyone. Come to lie down on your backs, and then we'll spend a good 3 minutes here in Shavasana. And coming to a Shavasana that feels good, I like to go nice and wide with my feet. I'm lying down, I'm bringing my palms face up, I'm wriggling my shoulders, I'm getting super comfortable. Sometimes I do this, I lift the back of my head, and then I replace my head down onto my mat, just to find some length in my spine. Any variation of Shavasana that feels good, so you can bend into the knees, place the soles of your feet, you can lie on your front, you can lie on your side, whatever works for you. And then just let the bones sink down into the floor. Let go of any holding. Just feel your body breathe in itself. And then from here, very gently, super slowly, maybe slower today than you normally would do, begin to bring some movements back into your body. You can always drop the head down to one shoulder. Drop the head down to the other shoulder. Wiggle out for the fingers and the toes. And then maybe just bend one knee in, bend your other knee in, hug your knees in towards your belly. And then lengthen your arms, stretch out through your legs. And then just give yourself a full body stretch here. Sigh out through the mouth. Notice the effects of your practice. And then I invite you just to come back to a seated position. Any way that feels good. I'm just going to roll to one side and come back to a seated position. I'm just going to come forward towards you guys across this beautiful wooden floor at the Space to Breathe Collective in Leicester. Nice, everyone. Really, really nice work. All right, let's come back to that mudra. So, first finger and thumb together, and then middle finger onto the nail bed of the first finger, and then the other two fingers are just curling over. Maybe close your eyes. One final time of just drawing your attention inwards. One final time of noticing the effects of your practice. And then from here, bring the hands to heart center. Maybe just bring your gaze down or just your head down towards your fingertips. And we'll say this one today. Universe, put us in the places you want us to be, with the people you want us to be with, doing the things you want us to do. Thank you for the joys and the challenges of our lives. Thank you, everybody. Thanks so much for joining today. It's always a pleasure to teach for you guys up and down the country at the virtual village hall. Remember to look after yourself, to nourish yourselves. Reach out if you need to talk to anybody, ask any questions that you want to ask here on Facebook. Always happy to answer questions yoga related. And we'll move the practice up a little bit next week, and we'll do something a little bit more energetic just to shake off any stuckness within the body. But sometimes it's beautiful just to go in and nourish the soul. So hopefully in some way, even if it's very, very small, it's worked for you. Thank you so much to you, Irene. Always lovely to have you around. And to everybody else, see you all next week. Bye now.